Hey, this is Kenny with Keller Williams Realty. Hope everybody's having a great week. I wanted to come to you this week with a resource guide, and this video is going to be a little bit longer than usual. This is intended to be like reference material for anyone that is looking to sell their house without an agent, and I called it the FSBO Playbook, and in the industry, real estate agents we refer to for sale by owners as FSBO. Those initials for sale by owner. So let's jump right into it. Let me start this slideshow, and I'm gonna make this part of the comments, so you can just flip through the show if you don't want to listen to all the commentary. But I just kind of put the bullet points for everything, and then gonna kind of layer in some comments and some thoughts on everything. And I'm gonna try to move through this so that it's not super long or whatever. But I took some time to try to organize the thoughts, so that way you could definitely use it as a resource. So let's get started. So like I said, this is the FSBO Playbook for sale by owners. Um, so these are some resources that I can provide, that I've already provided here. If you're looking to sell your house yourself, one of the first places I would start is go to this buyer video that I made. It's a similar video to how this one is going to be, laying out step by step what it means to be a buyer. What you do to get qualified. It goes through the contract, so it's not only pertinent to buyers; it's pertinent to sellers. It goes through the contract to close process. What is an appraisal? What is an inspection? What is earnest money? All this kind of stuff. How does the contract protect you? And so, as a seller without an agent, this can really kind of bring you up to speed. Now, if you've bought and sold houses before, that's great. But a lot of times, you're not reading the full contract. A lot of times, you're not diving into, the contingencies and how it all works in the background. So, at this, if you're kind of going to be the agent as well, I think this will be very helpful for you. And let me know what you think. So, this is the video, and you should be able to link to it through the PowerPoint. I'll make sure all that works when I attach it, and I could also make this an individual link in the comments. So definitely check out that buyer video. It's like 45 minutes, so it's pretty thorough. Um, the other thing is comparables. You can go through and check Zillow, and I have some buyers and sellers that are pretty savvy. On the internet, looking what's sold in their neighborhood and what's going on and everything. Make sure that you're pulling the same type of house. If you got a ranch style house, don't pull one that's 3 levels up with a basement and a pool. If you don't have those things, so make sure you're doing apples to apples. Try to do it in the same subdivision, if possible. If it's multiple phases, try to do it in the same phase if possible. Same type of, if yours is brick, try to find a brick one. If yours has got vinyl siding, try to, et cetera, et cetera. And then also like the proximity, try to get in your general area, generally, a mile or less. But if you can get them in the same subdivision, that's good. Like my street, for example. Um, my neighborhood and the neighborhood across the street are completely different. So, the mile thing doesn't necessarily hold. It's got to be, a similar thing, like but that helps for it to be the same area because you got the same schools, etc. So if you want me to put some together for you, I can run them. I do it a lot, and it's not too hard for me to do, but it'd be some great information for you to kind of build your price off of that. So if you need some comparables, let me know. If not, go check out Zillow. Go check out some of the other sites and just do some research. But I could kind of hit the easy button on this for you. Um, and obviously no charge or anything, just as a resource for you. You can get ideas from other FSBOs, from other for sale by owner, and that's not a derogatory term or whatever. Just say that that's just something that we say for sale by owners. It's just quicker to say that. So we go FSBO. Here's how you search for FSBO. I made a video on this of how you go through Zillow, how what do you click to only pull the for sale by owners. And if you're thinking about being a for sale by owner, go and see what the other guys are doing. Go see what they're offering, how they're advertising their open house, what kind of pictures they have, what kind of prices they have. Try to pull the ones that are in your area. And then compare those to what's listed on the market with the agent. Kind of get a good feel for that. So these are a few places that you can get started just right away. And I'm going to go right into some other items, but you have two videos here, and reach out if you need any comparables. So, okay, so let's keep going. So this, like I said, this is the playbook. So just in my mind, these are some of the things that you can try to emphasize to put your best foot forward. So this is some of the strategy. So what we just talked about, price your home correctly. We kind of already got into that. You got to get people through it to show it. Get as many people through your home as possible. You got to find a way to do that. You got to find a way to do that. So if you got to work, you gotta try to have it available after work, and put that right in the ad. Like, say, if you can put it on Zillow for free, and so that's bouncing around. So post it on the internet, wherever you post it, put on there, hey, available to show so and so. Call me. Obviously, call me for an appointment. We'll work it out. But every day after 5, I'm going to be home. All weekend, I'm going to be home. Or I'm retired, so I can do it anytime. Or I'm in between jobs, I can do it anytime. I work from home, I can do it anytime. Just let's schedule something first, and then come by. So get as many people through the house as possible. Answer your phone, answer your email, put all of that stuff in the ad so people can call you and email you. You have to answer that. I know you get a lot of calls from agents all day. Hey, I got a buyer for you. What's up? Investors, lowball people, but you kind of signed up to be an agent, so like you got to make sure that you're answering everybody, because there might be a good offer in one of these. There might be an investor in one of these, calls or whatever. That's for real, and you got to vet them all out. But that's the legwork that you're kind of signing up for. So you want as many people to see it as possible. You want to answer all your calls. You want to answer all your emails. You want to generate as many people and emails and calls as you possibly can, and then answer all of them and follow up right away. If someone calls you, emails you, or whatever, you know, be thankful for that. Be thankful that someone is looking at your house. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. So call them back. Set up the appointment. Be available. Even if it's, oh, I had something else planned. If you could possibly reschedule, okay, yeah, come over. Can we make this work? Like, because if they're not able, how people are, they'll go to the next one. Oh, this guy, he don't answer the phone, or I don't know what. I don't even know if it's still for sale. The guy won't answer the phone. I called 5 times. So make sure you're answering your phone. Make sure you're doing all that. Open house. That is one of the big strategies for sale by owners. You got to get that open house. Get some people and do it right too. Do it right too. Make sure that it's nice. You got flyers. You got everything. Telling about the house. I mentioned the seller's disclosure later. If you have some kind of inspection done, provide info. Provide info. About the neighborhood. If you have any HOA documents, just anything you can possibly. You want to provide value. You want people to come in. Obviously, you want it looking great. We talked about that later. But yeah, provide, refreshments and cookies and cakes and whatever it is. Be friendly. Be friendly. Talk to people. And just strike up a genuine conversation. Hey, you guys live around here? Okay, great to see. Stuff like that. You know how to do all that, but try to have genuine connection as much as possible with people when they come in. Don't be pushy or anything like that. Just be friendly, and you want to advertise it. Get it on Facebook, get it on Instagram, wherever you are. Tell your friend, tell a friend to tell a friend. You want to do, if you want to do a YouTube, um, whatever you want to do. Pass some flyers out in your neighborhood. Get those steps in, and walk around the neighborhood. If you got a big neighborhood, do it a couple days at a time. Let people know that it's coming. Let people know that it's coming. You definitely want to do that as much as possible, because that's the whole thing with for sale by owner. Can you get the word out? Can you get the word? You got to get the word out. So open house, and then you got to let people know about the open house. So all of that. So marketing. So we talked about some of the Zillow, other sites, Redfin, Trulia, whatever it is, Craigslist, Facebook, personal sites, real estate groups. Get it out there as much as you possibly can. I remember there used to be a site for salebyowner.com. I don't know if that one is still one of the major ones, but go and see what they can do for you. Um, when you do the signs, and if you're off the main street, a lot of us, live in subdivisions. Most of us live in subdivisions. Um, you know, it's back 102 Main Street in the subdivision this way. In the subdivision, this price, open house this day. So kind of point people in. Not just the sign in the yard, but the directional signs are important. Pictures. You got to get that first impression. There's so many that took some with their camera. You know how you get your thumb in the way by accident. You see them all the time. Someone taking them out of a car window. Flip side. Some of them sideways and upside down. It's like, you know, and I tell my buyers, don't be dissuaded by this, because it actually might be a good house. Now, a lot of people will be dissuaded by it. It's like, but they'll judge you by your ability to take, good pictures, or your terrible pictures, or no pictures. Like, get someone to do this. Couple $100, they'll get a drone up there. Take a video, aerial view, all this kind of stuff, man. You can get people, and it's competitive. There's photographers out here that are trying to work. If you need a referral, let me know. Cleaning, clean your house. If it's dirty, nasty, people are going to turn right around, just like the pictures. People are not even going to give you the time of day. Like, it's all about putting your best foot forward, because you have a resource that people want. It's a hot seller's market. You have a resource that people want. You just have to kind of show them. You got to clean it up, make sure the pictures are there, make sure the cleaning is there, condition. Make those needed repairs. So, you know, there's a lot of homes selling as is right now. That's understandable. Hot sellers market, sell it as is. I ain't doing nothing. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to repair anything. I'm going to take it as is. Problem with that is that, you limit yourself. You could limit yourself, and not to say that it won't work. So you might limit yourself to only investors. Obviously, if the house burned halfway down, there's going to be some kind of investor that may be only taking the lot. They might have to knock the house down and just take the land. So that might be a situation. But generally it's, oh, okay. Well, I know the AC's about going. I ain't gonna fix that. I know and but you let people know, hey, the AC is aged or whatever, or whatever it is. You let people know the conditions so they know what it is coming into it. The reason why some of these repairs are important, because the lenders can only will only approve certain conditions. So a lot of people, like when you talk about, everybody talk about first-time home buyers. A lot of the first-time home buyers, and more than first-time home buyers, a lot of people, period, are FHA people, VA, veterans. FHA and VA are similar, like in their requirements. It needs to be safe and kind of like a move-in ready condition. There can't be any like messed up items, and you can research what these requirements are. But it might not qualify if it's not in a good condition, and that takes away a lot of your people that could possibly buy your house. So it's all about getting people in to submit offers. Now, not to say that you couldn't get an investor just to do a cash deal and be done. You don't have to fix anything. That's true. But the idea is we're trying to get the most people into your house. So as a for sale by owner, you want to keep that in mind. So, and you can go back and look through this and think about this. Um, we talked about, I mentioned this earlier, seller's disclosure. Um, Let people know the general condition of your house. Um, say if you bought a house brand new in 2000, 2003, 2006, whatever it is. So it's a good looking house, right? Your AC is probably at the end of its useful life. If you haven't replaced it, it's probably getting to where, 10, 12, 15, 20 years. If it hadn't gone out yet, it's going to go out at some time in the future. We know this. So if you just, all you have to say is, the age of my AC is 15 years. The age of my AC is 10. But especially if you replaced it. I replaced my AC 3 years ago. We know that's most likely gonna, now it might go out, it might be in a glitch in the factory or whatever, but generally that's gonna last for a while. You put your roof on last year. Let people know that, but also let them know, you know, and this is within reason. You don't have to let them know everything, but anything that's a material defect that you know about, you don't want to hide that. You don't want to hide it because people are going to find out. Unless you're a fool, you're going to have that home inspected. And I hate to put it so bluntly, but this is a life decision here. Please, as a buyer, if buyers are watching this, get a home inspected. You got to, because I've seen beautiful homes have major issues behind them, and it's hard to know that. You look and you see, oh, looks great. I look at these countertops and floor and all this stuff. You don't know what's behind it. Get a professional to come look at this. And from the seller side and for sale by owner side, um, you want to let people know what they're going into so they don't waste their time. They don't waste your time. You don't want to tie this thing up with somebody that really don't want to do it, that's really not going to qualify or whatever. Let them know on the front end. That AC is 15 years old, man. I just want to let you know on the front end. That's what we're looking at. So let them know some of those things, and have an, if you replace some stuff, let them know that too. Put your best foot forward. If you leave the home vacant, that's best. That's best. People always ask, like, what should I do? Get out of there, if possible, so that people can see themselves in the house or to go in and out and all this kind of stuff. And we'll get to this later, like how do you provide access or whatever. It's a little bit of a challenge with a for sale by owner and everything. Do you feel comfortable and stuff? And how do you let people in and out? But this video is about trying to give you the playbook and what if I was a for sale by owner, what would I do? So if you can, leave it for sale, leave it vacant. If you can put one of them combination locks on the door, if you feel comfortable with that, do that and try to monitor it as much as possible. Possibly put some, one of them Ring doorbells with a surveillance system or whatever. Be able to kind of clock people in and out if that's an option for you or whatever, and try to, get smart with letting people in and out. You want to get them in and out. If you are staying in there, those personal photos, great family and a family vacation and all that stuff, that's great. But if it's anything, say if you if just for example, like you got a lot of soccer pictures, you're all a soccer family, and I hate soccer. This is ridiculous, but you might rub some. You don't know who's coming through. You want it to be the most palatable, and you want them to see themselves in the house. Like they don't like the way you got say you got like a sectional couch or whatever. Like say they're thinking about their furniture, so an empty space is best. But and then remove personal stuff. if possible, so that way they can see their stuff. And it's not anything against your stuff. And I've seen a lot of stuff, a lot of houses that are very nice, but they put a overly personal, and sometimes it really does work because people keep great houses a lot of times and put them in great condition for the sale. But all the personal stuff, if someone's not into that you could lose somebody right there. So try to take personal out if possible. But definitely, staging is one of those words that people think, oh, well, that's a lot of money. We gotta have a professional company or whatever come in. Not necessarily. At least put it in the best state that you can and kind of fix everything up, make it look cute. Remove the clutter if possible. And obviously clean it up. So that's kind of staging too. And if you have a bunch of extra pieces of furniture, move if you can move some of that stuff out and just make it flow well. That's also kind of the staging. There's the kind of staging on a budget. Do some of those things. There's tons of videos and stuff on YouTube. How to organize interior decorating and organizing and stuff like this. Put a little bit of time into it, and you'd be surprised what you get out of it and the reaction from people when they see it. And obviously, not only for showings but for pictures. Get that all straightened out, and and then you'll see the results of it. And even ask, obviously, look for content on the internet and YouTube. But ask a photographer, how can we best photograph my house? What things do I have to keep in mind? When photographing my house. So you can get feedback from people that do this. So definitely. Negotiation is a big one. Um, I'm trying not to say anything negative about for sale by owners here, but you can really, really give away the farm here. Just that inexperience, this can hurt you right here. But what you want to do is you want to understand what you're working with. You want to understand possible repairs that are needed, price them out. You want to make a decision on how this is going to be handled because people are going to know about it. People are going to find out, even if you say nothing. I don't know nothing about nothing. Okay, cool. Well, let's get this inspector in here. Let's see it. Let me walk the house with my contractor. We're gonna find out what it is, and then when we find out what it is, we're gonna ask her to fix it. How do you feel about that? Are you gonna fix anything? You let people know right up front. I'm not fixing anything. That will determine who you end up getting, and hopefully, you can you know, get the most amount of money with no repairs. That's the goal. It might not be realistic, so you might want to kind of make a decision on what you're willing to accept on the front end, so you're not pressured into it when someone is like, oh, this, and this. Oh, I didn't even know that was messed up. Know the condition of your house, and then get comfortable with whatever you're willing to fix or whatever. So kind of rehearse that negotiation a little bit because you can see it coming, and try to find the middle ground and be reasonable. This is kind of like a personal thing. Just my personality. Try to find that middle ground. You don't want to take someone for every dime they have. You want it to be a win-win. You want someone to get a great house because you know it is a great house. It's your house. You want to give it to someone in a good condition, and you want it to be a blessing to someone just like they're going to bless you. So, like, find the middle ground, be reasonable. This is how you get the deal done. If you're trying to take the shirt off of someone's back, that deal's not going to work, and they're not going to feel good about that. They're not going to go through with that. So just keep that in mind when negotiating and trying to negotiate super hard and all that kind of stuff. Know the things that are important to you and make priorities. Okay, this is important. I got to have this. For example, say if you're going to move out of your house, you're having a house built. You need a month to stay in your house. Like, that's a priority. And it's not always money stuff. I needed to close quickly. I needed to close in 3 weeks, or I wanted to close in 3 weeks, but then after that I want to be able to stay in the house for 2 more weeks. Um, have an idea of what those priorities are. Not only cash, and when they check your boxes, try to get that, and try to find that middle ground. And if you can give them what they're asking for, do that. It'll help you out. Okay, and we're going to go straight into the cons for working with the agent. So this is all about uplifting the for sale by owners. So the commission, you're going to pay a commission. That is the main cost for a seller if you're working with the agent. So it's going to be 6%, 3%. That 6%, if the agent. So if I'm selling your house for you, that 6% goes to me. If I already have a buyer, like if someone I've been working with, we've been looking around town, and now I have a house for sale that my buyer likes, I get the full 6%. If someone else brings brings us a buyer, if it's another agent, they got a buyer, then we got to share with them. We got to give them 3%. Now, here's something to keep in mind. Now, for sale by owners, they talk a lot about saving commission. You're most likely only gonna save half of this, so keep this in mind. So you're most likely gonna need to cooperate to some extent with buyers agents. And if you do that, you're gonna help yourself a lot, because nobody wants to work for free, do a lot of work to try to qualify buyers and find them a house and all this kind of stuff. They would like to get paid. The going rate is 3% for each side. We call it side. Buy side, sell side. Each side is 3% for a total of 6%. So even as a for sale by owner, you should consider giving the buyer agents 3% or whatever it is that you decide, but 3% is the going rate. And if you do that, then you'll have the buyer's agents on your team. So it's kind of like you kind of got your foot halfway in. You're still selling it yourself, but now you got these buyers agents that are willing to work with you and willing to bring you their buyers. And there's a lot of when you do for sale by owner, the reason why a lot of for sale by owners don't answer the phone and all this kind of stuff, because they get a lot of low ball offers, people that's not qualified, and all this kind of stuff. When you talk to an agent, you're going to talk to someone that's already vetted these people. These people got a pre-approval. A buyer's agent's not going to waste their time going out with someone that's not qualified, and they're not going to waste the buyer's time that's not qualified. Like, there's no need to to window shop. Like, you can do that online and look at pictures and stuff. By the time a buyer's agent brings you someone, this is money, and if they like it, they're going to be sending you an offer likely that same evening. So consider working with buyer's agents to at least provide that 3%. So that's commission, but that's a con to working to an agent, because they're going to want the whole thing. They're going to want the 6% to do all the seller work for you, market it, and all that stuff. You got more flexibility. If you're not working with the agent, you got more flexibility. You're working for yourself. You don't have anyone that says, "Oh, well, let's price it at 200." No, I want 215. You want 215? You price it at 215. You're the boss. So, as an agent, you have to listen to your clients. On the other hand, you run numbers and you understand what's going on. So sometimes you might nudge someone in a direction that they don't want to be nudged. So if you're working for yourself, you don't have anyone pushing you in a direction. You get the hands-on approach. This is powerful. This is a good one, because you get to meet everyone. You're likely going to be showing them yourself. And when you talk to them, walking through the house, this is a room here, and the neighborhood is great, and how are you guys doing? You get to make that personal connection. It can also be a bad thing. Be cognizant of someone trying to negotiate too much on the spot and not really qualified and wasting your time and all this kind of stuff. But you do get the meet and greet, and they put a name with the face, and it goes a long way. Like, even though you're selling the house, you sell yourself too. So if they like you and you guys have a good impression, you might be one of the top people on their search, and just because you connected with them. So these are some of the cons to working with the agent. You got to pay commission. You might have to get pushed in a direction by an agent, and then you get the hands-on approach. You get to get in there and get dirty. So these are the pros to working with the agent. So with that marketing reach. So some of the problems is, and so hopefully some of this can, maybe you can take some of this and maybe put it into your pipe and smoke it, and maybe make these points of emphasis if you're dead set on being a for sale by owner. So the marketing reach, you got to find a way to get that marketing reach, because as an agent, when we list it, it goes to like millions of people, like all at once, like boom, and then it goes to Zillow and Redfin and all the others. It goes to all of the sites, pushed out everywhere, and that's really strong. And not only is it pushed out everywhere, it's what I say is like a listing. It's marketing for buyers, but it's marketing for agents. You put all the agents in the city on notice when you list it as an agent. Now, these are the pros for working with the agent. Now, as an agent, when you list the property, it's like, oh yeah, big deal. I put mine on Zillow. Not the same thing. When you list it, this is what all the agents are looking for, and they already have pre-qualified buyers that they're working with, and that they got set up searches with, and they've already vetted all of this. So when they see it, and when their buyers see it, like, you're gonna get activity and quality activity. Um, when you list the property as a seller, like when you get activity, you're getting people that are for real. When people call, and measure this against what you get as a for sale by owner, and leave something in the comments, and let me know what the difference is. But as a for sale by owner, you know who's going to call. And obviously it might be agents or whatever, but mostly we work with the stuff that's on the market, not the off the market stuff that's for sale by owner. But as an agent, when I list the property, it's real offers, real people. Talk to. Let me see your property. I got a buyer interested. I got a buyer pre-approved. I got a cash buyer. I'm working with an investor. Like, it's real. Like, and they put their name on it. They got the license. It's like, okay, yeah, this person is a license. You can look them up. Well, what's your name? Who you with? You with Coldwell Banker? Coldwell Banker? Okay, cool. Let me check you out. What office are you at? Oh, you're out of Peachtree City. Okay, cool. Let me check you out, and you look to see if it's a real person, and you can vet them like that. But that marketing reach is huge. Not only that, do Facebook ads, direct mailers, obviously, open houses, all of this stuff. We have other agents like in our office to say, hey, what do you got? What do you in our weekly meeting every week? What do you got? What do you need? Like, we talk about this stuff. Like, hey, I'm working with a buyer. I need this. Anybody got something coming up? Like, we work together more than you would think. The contract knowledge. This is big, and it's a little bit scary if you're out there, doing something yourself. Like, these contracts, like, this is, you're just trying to sell a house, and if it's not worded the right way, you hear about people losing their money, losing their deposits, wire scams, all this kind of stuff. It's a little bit sad. It's a little bit, behind trying to, save some money and stuff. So be very careful about this. Verify everything. Just so back to the FSBO point of view, make sure that everything is on the up and up. You might want to have an attorney review this stuff before you get too serious in it. As an agent, we got a whole team of people behind us. Not that we don't know ourselves. We work with the contracts all the time, but we got a team of people. We got coaches, other agents, and a whole team that's dedicated, compliance team that's looking and reviewing at all this stuff. So Um, and back and back to the marketing reach. There was something else I was going to say about the marketing reach. I forgot. So the ease of showing. So we have scheduling software with other agents. First of all, we know it's the other agent that's going to be walking through the house. We have lock boxes where only agents and also contractors, by the way, like inspectors and stuff, can get the code to that to go through. They can use that. It's logged in, logged out. We know how long they're in the house. We know who it was. We know their license. All this stuff. You can't get in without credentials. It's called Supra. Is the lockbox or whatever. It's Bluetooth, and it's secure, and it's all logged in and everything. And then you can make appointments through showing time, which is can be fully automatic. It can be automatically approved if the house is vacant, or it can be, hey, we approve each one, or we can block out certain times and all this stuff. So those two tools together, the Super Lockbox and the Showing Time together, makes it a formula to get massive amount of people in your house. If it's vacant, you can make appointments every 15 minutes all day from like 8 in the morning to like 8 o'clock, and think about how many people that is, and they're out there just like boom, 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 let's go, let's go, let's go. So you get massive amount of people. It gets to the point where you get so many people on the right house in the right time of year where it's like we don't want any more people. It's too many. So and when you get the people coming through, that's when you get the offers coming through. So now I remembered about the marketing reach, and all this goes hand in hand. So the marketing reach and the ease of showing creates more offers, which it results in the bottom line. Like the offers that you get are going to compensate for whatever commission that you pay. Like this marketing reach, this is what you're paying for. You're paying for people showing your home. You're paying for them marketing your home, and the amount that you get on the top line, the sales and the offer price, is going to get you more on the bottom line. And all of these things, like from negotiation to the marketing to the ease of showing, um, it results in agents getting more money for people than for sale by owners, and it makes sense. Like it can be tough doing it yourself, where you might have sold a few houses. I have, I have, and just personally before I was the agent, and you know what's going on, but you could benefit possibly from someone else. So um, that's how we kind of provide value. And we're handling calls and emails. Not only handling calls and emails, we're going right back, right back. You see someone call about a house, hey, what's going on? What's up? Hey, email, right back. Yes, it's available. Yes, you can show it today. Yes, right away. You know, with a lot of people that are calling it, for sale by owners, scammers, people that are not serious. Hey, I saw your house online. How much is the rent? It's like, this is not for rent. This is for sale. Come on, man. Are you pre-approved? How do you do that? I don't even. How do you get started? I don't know, man. You got to go search online or something. Like, but if it was me, obviously I would try to work that person up because they could be a buyer or whatever. But you just like, hey, I don't know. It's like, are you prepared to do this or not? So that's one of the things. And going back to contract, so if you're for sale by owners, what's most likely going to happen is you're most likely going to pay a buyer's agent 3%. So they're going to bring their buyer, and you're going to pay them 3%. So you're going to pay half the commission. It's pretty difficult to get out of all the commission. So you can get out of half of it, and you're going to be their customer, not their client. So they're going to represent their buyer, and they're going to put the contracts together for you as a customer, and they're going to give it to you or whatever, and they're not going to lie to you, and they're going to be fair with you, but they don't represent you. So keep that in mind when you're working with the buyer's agent. You might want to get a second opinion on what they're telling you and all this kind of stuff, because they don't represent you. And so then you're put in that situation where you're working with the agent. You don't know any better, what to do, and you can lose out that way as well, because that agent is representing another person, not you. Um, comparable analysis. Yeah, so you go to the you know, an agent can, you know, pull this stuff up, you know, directly. Like, okay, my house is 1,500 square feet. Okay, boom. In my neighborhood, boom. In my area, boom. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, boom. You know, this age, okay, these upgrades, boom, and we can get it very close to what you can expect or whatever, and put you right in that ballpark without saying, well, I'd like to get 300 for mine. It's like, we're going to tell you what's going on here, what's active right now, what's under contract to be sold, what's sold recently. Um, a very good idea of what you can actually expect as far as the activity. So this is how you price your house. The experience, obviously, negotiation skills. We talked a little bit about negotiation. Those are important things to look for in the offer. We want to you know, see different type of financing. You know, FHA person versus a conventional person, for example. A conventional loan, you have to have a high credit score. You have to have a less debt to income ratio. So this person might be more qualified, not necessarily, um, but that's something you can kind of look for. Someone has a bigger down payment than the other one. Someone is willing to put money on top of the appraisal amount, put extra cash to get yours. Um, these are that's kind of a conversation like going above asking price. That's a conversation where you get a lot of activity though. This is how an agent would help you. Like when you're FSBO, you're trying to get offers. We talk to them. Yeah, I had somebody, a couple people come through this week. A couple people. What do you mean? They're not beating down the door. Like this is what you want to have happen. So you get lots of offers, and then you can run the price up. Like that's a definitely a pro for working with the agent. But as a FSBO, you know what to look for in the offer. You know, if you have an agent friend that can take a look at it for you, and then make sure that you're taking the right things. And if you ever want to give me a call, excuse me, getting a little bit choked up. If you ever want to give me a call and just bounce some stuff off of me, I'd be happy just to you know, give you helpful information as much as possible, just like this video, no charge, obviously. Um, when you work with an agent, like we talked about earlier, when you put as an agent, when you put a listing on the market, it's kind of advertising for other agents. So you're going to be dealing with more qualified offers. When you list a property with the agent, you're going to get their buyers that are already qualified, because that's what their job is, to qualify buyers and find them a house. So they're dead serious about it. They've already verified that they have the money for closing costs, for down payment, for you know, cash for inspections, appraisals. They're for real. They got pre-approval letters. They got cash in the bank. All this stuff is verified from real estate agents, and then further verified by lenders. Whatever it is, these these are the people that you're going to get, you know, submitting real offers on your house. So these are kind of the pros of working with the agent. Um, but I hope that if you're someone that is looking to do the for sale by owner thing, and you are wanting to get some tips and tricks and all this kind of stuff, hopefully this was helpful, and hopefully it kind of showed you the other side enough to say, okay, well, I can add that to what I'm doing. Okay, I'm still going to sell my house myself, but you know, maybe look into this area, maybe take some better pictures, maybe market it a little bit better. Here's an idea. Maybe talk to my realtor friend, and you know, try to get some ideas. So hopefully this kind of got the juices going, kind of, you know, and make some notes on this. I'm going to send the PowerPoint as well, and it's going to have the links in it, and you can look through. Definitely leave your comments, and let me know if you have any questions. Excuse me. That's about all I have on this. But I would love to go into more detail if you have any questions or about anything related to real estate. not just for sale by owners. Anybody that sees this video and gets value out of it, like to subscribe and all that stuff. But other than that, I'm going to keep coming out with videos every week, every Wednesday. And thank you so much if you made it to this point, or for checking out my video. Period. Have a great day, and I look forward to talking with you soon.